Okay, let's be real. If you work behind the counter, you know that look. A customer looks over at the top shelf, points, and asks about concentrates. That moment can be a little intimidating, right? Well, this explainer is going to change all that. We're here to turn you from a clerk into a super confident consultant, ready to guide anyone through the awesome world of concentrates. Let's get into it.
So here's our game plan. We're going to break this down into 5 simple parts. We'll start with that classic first-timer scenario. Then, we'll look at the 2 main ways these are made, with solvents and without. After that, we'll get into something called the spectrum. It's a game changer. And finally, the most important part, we'll tie it all together so you can match the perfect product to every single customer.
All right, let's kick things off with a scene you've probably lived through a dozen times. A customer, maybe they're new to this or just feeling a little adventurous, walks up to the concentrate case and asks that one big question.
Hey, I want to try a concentrate, but I have no idea where to even begin. You know, that question isn't a test, it's an invitation. It's your chance to turn a basic sale into a really great experience for them. And it all starts with you understanding what they're really about to get into. See, recommending a concentrate isn't quite like selling flour. You're basically guiding someone into the deep end of the pool when it comes to potency and flavor. These products take all the best parts of the plant and just amplify them. So, getting the recommendation right isn't just helpful, it's absolutely crucial for them to have a good time.
So the very first fork in the road for any recommendation is actually pretty simple. Was it made with a chemical solvent or without one? Seriously, this is the biggest difference. It splits the entire world of concentrates into 2 main paths. One is the most common route for beginners, and the other, well, that's more of an artisanal path for people focused on purity.
Let's start with the most common path, solvent-based concentrates. For most new users, this is where their journey is going to begin, mainly because these products tend to be the most affordable and easy to find. And the undisputed king of the entry-level options here is wax. Just think of wax as your go-to for anyone who's new and watching their wallet. It's the cheapest to make, which means it's going to be the most affordable option on your shelf. So when a customer just wants to see what the buzz is about without spending a lot, wax is the perfect no-brainer recommendation. But what happens when that same customer comes back and says, hey, that wax was awesome, but I think I'm ready for something with more flavor? Boom, that is your cue. It's time to introduce them to the world of resins. This is the upgrade path for anyone looking for a richer, tastier experience. And this table right here lays out that whole upgrade path perfectly. You start a customer with wax because of the price. When they're ready to explore more flavor, you move them up to cured resin, which is made from better starting material. And for the real flavor chaser, the connoisseur who wants the absolute best taste possible, you recommend live resin. You can tell them it's made from plants that were flash frozen right after harvest, which locks in all the terpenes. It's the ultimate flavor journey.
Now, let's switch gears. Not every customer is thinking about price, or even just flavor. You're going to get customers who care about one thing above everything else: purity. And for the person who asks you, what's the most natural, cleanest option you have? Your answer is on the solventless path.
The absolute star of the show here is rosin. You know, a great way to explain it is to call it the artisanal bread of concentrates. It's made with 0 chemicals, which is a massive selling point for anyone who wants the purest product they can get. Great brands like Z-Labs or Alabastra, they're famous for their top quality rosin.
And this slide shows you exactly why people are willing to pay more for it. The process is so simple, it's actually your best sales pitch. You can explain it in like 10 seconds. You take amazing flour, you add some heat, you add a lot of pressure, and out comes pure, beautiful rosin. That's it. That clean, simple process is exactly what they're paying for.
But rosin isn't the only option on this path. You've also got bubble hash, which is made with nothing but ice and water. And of course you have keef, probably the simplest concentrate of all. It's just the loose, glittery trichomes from the flour, and it's perfect for any customer who just wants an easy way to give their regular bowl or joint a little extra kick. Okay, so you've got the 2 big paths down, solvent and solventless. This next piece of info is what's going to take you from clerk to true consultant. This is the expert detail that helps you understand the effects, not just the product. We're talking about the spectrum.
So to really get what spectrum means, you first need to understand something called the entourage effect. It sounds fancy, but the idea is actually super simple. All the different compounds in the plant, the cannabinoids, the terpenes, all of it, they work better together. Think of it like a band. You know, the music they make together is way bigger and better than what any single instrument could do on its own.
And that band analogy makes this next part really easy to explain. A full-spectrum product is just that. It's the full band. You get all the plant's compounds playing together in harmony for that complete entourage effect. But a broad-spectrum product, that's more like the supporting act. The main psychoactive part, the THC, has been taken out, but all the other beneficial compounds are still there. This is your go-to recommendation for anyone who wants the benefits of the plant without the high.
All right, we have covered a lot of ground. Solvent versus solventless, wax versus rosin, full versus broad spectrum. But now for the most important part. Let's put it all together so you can make the perfect recommendation every single time.
This slide right here, this is your new cheat sheet. Seriously, it boils everything down so you can connect what a customer wants directly to a product. If they say cheap, you say wax. If they ask for the best flavor, you point them to live resin. If they say they want something pure or natural, you recommend rosin. And if they tell you absolutely no high or no THC, you guide them right to the broad spectrum products. It really can be that simple.
And that's the real goal here, isn't it? When you can listen to what someone needs and confidently guide them with this kind of knowledge, you're not just ringing up a sale anymore. You're building trust. You're becoming their go-to expert, their trusted consultant.
And when you get right down to it, it all comes back to this one idea. Your job is to listen and figure out what kind of experience that person is looking for. Do they want the full band, the whole symphony of the plant, or are they just looking for the supporting act? Your expertise is helping them find the right ticket for the show they want to see.
So the next time that door swings open and a customer walks in, you're going to be ready. You now have the tools to listen, to guide, and to help them find exactly what they're looking for. The only question left is, what will your next customer need?